One verse, and those who accepted this city as their home and accepted faith before them, befriend those who migrated towards them, and in their chests do not find any need for what they have been given, and prefer the migrants above themselves, even if they themselves are in dire need. وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. Prefer the migrants above themselves, even if they themselves are in dire need. And whoever is saved from the greed of his soul, it is they who are the successful. This is talking about the Ansar and Muhajirin, the love that they had, the way the Ansar, you all know who Ansar are, those that were in Medina, and the Muhajirin are those that came and migrated, especially from Makkatul Mukarramah, and they came to Medina, and muwakhat took place, mashallah, and subhanallah, the generosity, the big heart that the Ansari Sahaba Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'in, they showed towards their brothers from Makkah is quite amazing. So if they had more than one wife, they divorced one wife and got their brother married to that ex-wife. They made them partners in their business. They said, come join us, this is your home. And also it's mentioned that as Islam was growing and mashallah, Islam was becoming richer, and many tribes were entering the folds of Islam, and many lands were under Muslim rule now. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam said to the Ansar and Muhajirin, because it was distributed among them. So once Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam said to the Ansar, to the leaders, okay, you know, these lands that have come now, we have these. If I only distribute them among the Muhajirin, they will become independent. They won't have to live in your homes then. You know what the Ansari companions said, the leaders? They discussed among each other and they said, Ya Rasulullah, we have a third option. So one option is distributed among Ansar and Muhajirin, but Ansar will still have to live with Muhajirin. Second option was distribute this only among Muhajirin, and then Muhajirin can go and live in their own properties. The Ansari Sahaba, they said, we have a third option. Distribute it among the Ansar, and even then tell them to live with us. मुसलमानों में खून बाकी नहीं है, मोहब्बत का जुनून बाकी नहीं है, सफ़े कज दिल परेशान, सजदा बेज़ौक़ के जज्बे अंदरूं बाकी नहीं है. Just one last point I want to mention is we have to make sure, at least if we can't do anything, then we need to make sure that we don't harm our fellow Muslim brothers and even our brothers and sisters in humanity. What is the definition of a Muslim? Al-Muslimu man salim an-nas min lisanihi wa yadihi. Musliman is he that other people, they are safe from the harm of his tongue and his hands. What do we harm people more with, our tongue or hands? Tongue is mentioned first, because when it comes to the hand, the bully is only going to bully the person that's weaker than him. But with your tongue, you even give pain to those that are stronger than you, those that are miles away from you. So this is why the tongue has been mentioned first. If we look at the lives of our pious predecessors, they didn't harm anyone. Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu anha, once she woke up in the middle of the night and she saw Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam was barefooted. So she asked, why are you barefooted? Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, I didn't want to disturb your sleep with my shoes on. And we find a similar narration about one companion during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam and the Sahaba. They used to look after the needy, the Sahaba. There was like a list. Okay, this is the disabled person, this is the address, this is the companion looking after this particular individual. Umar radiallahu anhu, he saw that there was one elderly woman, her address was there, but there was no name as to who was looking after her, who was looking after her needs, and what was it that they needed. Go and get water for them, go and clean the home for them, wash the dishes, something like that. Umar radiallahu anhu went, and the elderly woman, she said that someone came, he's gone, he's done everything. So Umar radiallahu anhu came again, she said the same. So now he was amazed that who is this person? He's doing this act. He doesn't even want anyone to find out. Who is he? So he hid, and he saw it was night time. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu was walking and he was barefooted. He was barefooted. Today, we park our cars on double yellow lines, we block people's driveways, and then we say, I don't care, I'm happy to receive the yellow envelope. I don't mind, I will pay the £35. So we should be very careful that we don't give pain to anyone. Our pious predecessors, there was one pious predecessor, he went to sleep, and on his cloak a cat went to sleep, and he had to go for salah. He didn't wake the cat up. He cut that piece of cloak and he went for salah. There was one pious predecessor of ours, he went to go get some clothes. He saw there were lots of ants there. When he came home, he found one ant on the cloak, and he went and he returned the ant back, and he went back. So his wife was like, why did you go back? I like these clothes. So he mentioned that I didn't want to give pain to this ant by this ant being away from its family. You all know the unfortunate woman that earned the happiness of Allah by giving water to a thirsty dog. And on the other hand, there was a pious woman. She locked a cat. She locked the cat, and the cat died out of starvation, and she earned the wrath and the anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, irhamu man fil ard, yarhamkum man fis sama. Karo meherbani ahle zameen par, Khuda meherban hoga arshe bari par. We have to have mercy on one another. We have to forgive one another. Is no point breaking ties and getting into arguments and fights. Monday and Thursday, our a'mal, they are presented before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Accordingly, a decision is made of forgiveness. But if two people are not getting on, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says no decision, no forgiveness until they don't make peace. Laylatul Qadr, the night was given to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but there were two men that were arguing, and because of that it was lifted. When you get into fights and arguments, this is an eraser. It's shaving your deen. You all know the hadith. Who is a bankrupt person? This person is bankrupt. He will come on the day of judgment with all his salah, his zakah, and all these good deeds and pillars of Islam, but he would have wronged someone, backbitten someone, slandered someone, killed someone, taken someone's wealth. So all his good deeds are going to go to all those whom he wronged, until he'll have no good deeds. So he will be taking their sins in his account, and then he will be thrown into the fire of Jahannam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the ability to live with peace, and Allah Rabbul Alameen give us a portion of the love that the Sahaba Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'een had for one another. If we forgive other people, they say, actually this is what one of my friends mention, non-Muslim friends. This is a quote. They say that when you forgive someone, it's like you are freeing a prisoner, and that is you. Until you're not going to forgive, you're going to relive those moments. That's not good for you.